directive from the council chambers for February 2019. It'd be fair to say the February meeting was a one with a long agenda, over 250 pages and a really wide range of items, but it'd be useful to share a few of those with you in terms of some of the decisions that the council made. I guess one of the ones that certainly has come out of a couple of community responses is around the city's ability to control both the releasing of drones and airfield balloons on council property. The council is considering a local law in this regard so that we can better manage these. Obviously, drones are largely controlled by CASA, but we saw that there was for particularly events like around Monument Hill and the Anzac Day Dawn service and those kinds of things, a really good opportunity to make sure that we had some greater controls in that regard, so that those services and the use of Monument Hill could meet community expectations, and similarly around the release of balloons from council land, and we're really keen to make sure that as a environmentally friendly council we manage those. So that local law will go forward and will be subject to greater community engagement going forward as well. The council also considered funding for the Fremantle Street Doctor, a really important community service which sees a doctor around key locations around Fremantle, bulk billing, and in many ways being a really important point of contact for some of the most vulnerable in our community. Disappointingly, we've seen the state government withdraw support for this important service, and we were certainly keen to see that service wouldn't cease to operate, and because of the impacts that would have on many of the most vulnerable in our community. So we are going to step in and provide $20,000 a year of funding for that, but we will be going back to the state government. We really think that health is a state government issue and one that needs to be properly funded by the state, and not simply seeing cost shifting to local governments. We'll be making sure that we make that message heard loud and clear as well, so this important service can continue. A notice of motion by Councillor Hannah Fitzharding to generate a film-friendly policy for Fremantle was very timely, because this week we had a range of visitors from China, which has a massive film industry, looking very closely at Western Australia and especially places like Fremantle for filming in the future. And we think there's a really important opportunity here for both from an economic development perspective and a tourism perspective, and getting Fremantle on the map from in terms of the film industry and growing that, because we do want to be a real hub for this kind of creative industry. So great to see this policy will come back to us. Actually, how we can really encourage the film industry in our city and make us a really film-friendly place where many people from all around the world want to come and film the amazing backdrop and the amazing place that we are. You might have heard about the Fremantle Alternative, which was the idea around big ideas for small housing, which has been a really wonderfully ambitious idea around how do we actually get infill, lower density infill, or in the suburban areas. That doesn't really subtract from amenity. We're seeing so much poor infill that just sees large houses built on small blocks, no trees, and this is the complete opposite of that. And the very final stage of that has come back through the council, where it's now been signed off by the state government, and we're going to see smart, sustainable, smaller, more affordable housing in Fremantle. Some trials of that over the next 5 years. Once again, Fremantle showing the leadership in this. And I want to thank Councillor Rachel Pemberton for her driving this, and the City of Fremantle staff. This has been a great process, and I think we're going to see some really good new kinds of infill that I hope will be rolled out more widely across the whole state.